Hi everybody. So I have a word that is going to bless somebody on today. I don't know who this word is for, but if it's for you, I'm sure the Lord will lead you here. So today's word is going to be: your blessings are tied to your obedience. So some of you, the way the Lord was giving it to me, some of you, the Lord has given you instructions on something specific to do. You have been petitioning him for something specific. Lord, I just want this house. Lord, I just want to get married to, whoever it is you have for me. Lord, I just want this career. Whatever it is, you have been petitioning the Lord for it. He has heard you, and he is prepared to give you what you've been asking for, what you've been working for. However, some of you aren't being obedient to the instructions he's giving you. So we have to realize that you have to do your part as well as God. You can ask him for something, but there's going to be something required of you. Some of you are allowing people to talk you out of your blessings, meaning God has given you specific instructions. Okay, you want this? I need you to do this. And you're bringing other people into a conversation that you and God have already had. So basically, let's say God has told you to leave your job. So you're going to someone else and saying, oh, God told me to leave my job. I don't know what I should do. And then those people are speaking fear over something God has already instructed you to do. And two, something God is not testing your bank account. He's not testing all of these things that humans would check for and test. God is testing your faith and your obedience. So he has given you these instructions, and basically other people have taught you out of doing what he has told you to do or whatever. Those people are never going to see your vision because, one, God did not give them the vision. He gave it to you. God did not give them the word. He gave it to you. So in this season, you have to learn to be obedient and listen to what he has already told you to do. Shut your mouth sometimes and stop bringing other people in on what God has said, because it'll cause double-mindedness. And then you'll become confused, when in reality, if God has already instructed you on what to do, stop bringing other people in, because they won't see what it is that he has for you. A lot of times you won't even see it. And that's where the faith comes in. God is testing your faith to see, okay, I'm going to tell her to do this or him to do this, and see if they're going to be obedient and do it. You don't even realize that he told you to leave that job because he has a better job for you. He told you to leave this city because he has a different city for you. He told you to get up and move to another state because you've been asking him to show you your kingdom spouse so that you can get married, and your spouse is in that other state, So we just have to really learn to trust God, even if he doesn't give you the full picture, but follow those instructions that he gives you, because sometimes it'll take for you to follow that first instruction for him to give you the second part of it. He won't give you the full thing. He'll give you as much as you can handle. So as far as these people that you're bringing into what God has already told you to do, some of these people mean well. They just don't see the way out, right? So for instance, if God told you to leave the job or leave the relationship or move to a different city, and you have kids and all of this stuff, you don't have any family support in that city. All they're thinking of is the negative. They're not thinking about the fact that if God has already gave you a plan, he has already provided provision. He has already put everything you're going to need in that place. You just have to get there, right? So, and then the other half, some of these people just don't want you to do better, right? So you've been struggling where you've been paycheck to paycheck for some of you. You've just been in this state where you're like petitioning God, like, God, I want more. I want to do more. Like, what is it? And these people know that if you walk in obedience, and because you've already been doing, you've been praying, you've been fasting, you've been trying to get closer to God. These people know, some of them know that the second you start walking in obedience and faith, you're going to be so blessed they can't stand it. So some of these people mean well, but the other half of them, they don't mean well. They just want you to miss out on whatever it is God has for you. So they'll speak fear to try to confuse you and to get you to stay in that space that you're in. But in this season, we have to learn how to operate out of faith and obedience. Hebrews 11:1 states that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, which means you're not going to always see what God has for you. You're not going to see the full picture, but you have to trust God and know that he is going to do what he said he's going to do. God is faithful. He is going to do it. Whatever it is that he said, that he promised, he's going to do it, but you have to do your part. Because you're allowing these people's opinions to overshadow what it is God told you, now you're being in like you're delaying your blessings because you aren't moving. God said move. He said go. He said this is not the time to be stagnant. Like he is pouring himself out onto his people, and he is doing what he said he's going to do. So yeah, just really learn to walk in faith and obedience. Learn to stop telling people stuff. If God already said it, you don't need any other approvals. That's the only yes you need. That's the only go you need. Listen to him, because you don't want to miss out on your blessings, because your blessings are on the other side of your obedience. So the second you start operating in that obedience and in that faith, you're going to receive everything that God has for you. Yeah.